Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Yeehaw Lads podcast, episode number 29, I think.
I don't know. I've lost count.
I normally check before this. I don't know.
Jamie,
whatever.
check that.
Speaking of bad launches, let's kick into our main topic, the disastrous launch of an MMO called The Day Before.
I don't even know if you could really classify it as an MMO after all the shit I've seen.
That's what they classified it at, and I
Well-
think they might have been a little bit mistaken.
Okay, let's backtrack. What the fuck is it? Because I don't know what
So,
it is.
Day Before was made by Fantastic, which was the game was originally announced in 2021. 2021.
Yeah.
It was classified as a zombie survival MMO that was the most wish-listed game on Steam. That was finally going to be released December 7th of this year. So just last
week. Because we were going to talk about it. We recorded on the 7th, and we were going to talk about it. And then since then, so much news has came out that it was
probably a
definitely
good thing we
worth
waited.
And
saving
it's fucking hilarious.
It's so much worse than almost any game launch I think I've ever seen.
So apparently, this game was in development for 5 years. Now, I don't really get where they get, like Grand Theft Auto or Starfield. Starfield was apparently in development for 25 years, and it's like, okay, well,
What does in development
is that
mean?
you're building all your assets up, you're building a code base,
Or is that like
writing, what
The oldest asset in the game is
Yes.
25 years
yeah.
old.
Like where do you guys officially start from?
Are you still using Halo 3 rat PNGs or what?
So apparently when it was foreshadowing, when it was available for purchase on Steam, it was $40 at launch.
Which for a new game is
It's not that bad.
from an indie dev. It's
But
a
what you're
little
saying
high.
is that has changed.
Yeah, so if you go to the Steam picture,
This one?
next
No.
one.
Oh, this
That-
one?
no.
No.
Did
this
I
one?
not?
You sent me these four, buddy. I
Dang
don't know
it.
what to tell you.
Well, so I was scrolling through as I was doing all my notes and stuff, and you can't even fucking buy it anymore.
Yeah, they
Oh,
took
really?
They
took it off Steam to
No,
redo
it's
it?
still there. Like the storefront page is still there.
Yeah.
You just can't buy it.
They took down the ability to purchase the game because
Steam
amount of-
did, not
No,
the developer?
the developer
the
did.
developer
okay.
did.
the game was live for a total of 4 days.
Yes.
And it got so much backlash that they had to take it down and apologize.
Not only did they have to take it down and apologize,
Refund?
the company, the dev team that built it,
Fantastic
went
studio.
fucking bankrupt
That's fantastic.
after 5 days of this game being released.
After it was extremely hyped. So there was still a fan base ready to play this game.
It was
Yeah.
it was the most wish listed
So if
game
you would
on
have
Steam.
bought it, do you still have access to play it?
No.
Yes.
Well,
You should be able to.
Well,
If you already purchased it.
yes.
yes and no,
But
kind of.
so I'm gonna go into
I kind of want to go
Some-
on Twitch right now and see if anybody's streaming.
Oh, I'm sure
I
somebody
think
is.
I was looking up some stats about it. I think there was 10 people online
Yeah.
like an hour ago.
Sick.
But
Twitch booba.
Yeah.
so of course, in the modern game making era that we are in, people were of course skeptical at first. After launch though, it was very apparent by multiple people, all the complaints, I can't even count how many recommended YouTube videos I got on this video game.
of everybody trashing it, or
That
of
it
they-
was horrible.
Yeah.
So
So do you have in there what the game was originally launched as? Like what their tagline that sold it was? Because it was like zombie survival MMO. Did you say that? Or did I
yeah,
miss
I mean
that?
that's the tags it had it on Steam as.
Mm-hmm.
It was just I've seen trailers from this from 2 years back, and I remember because I had completely forgotten about it until
As probably most people
like
did.
a week or two ago when
When
they were
they
like, "Oh my god,
announced.
it's coming out
Yeah.
in like 5 days," and you're like, "Oh, I remember this."
Yeah, because an MMO is a massively multiplayer online game, like World of Warcraft or something.
Yeah, I'll say how many
RuneScape.
people were there supposed to be, or is it like everybody who has the game plays on the same server?
It's so
It's-
much different than what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And that's where all this started. Because
Yeah.
like World of Warcraft, everybody can play on a server. Essentially, there's random encounters with people you've never met all the time.
Yeah.
This was not that.
Yeah. So, if you scroll through here,
Which do you want?
the Black Bard one, that one.
This one?
Yeah. So this was a couple of days ago, our time. But apparently, this was leaked from a chat with the CEO. 46% of players opted to get a refund of the game within Steam's approved 2-hour gameplay window.
That's nuts.
That's insane.
Yeah.
The game initially sold 201,000 units. Nearly 90, let's just call it 92,000 of them have since been returned. So 46% in 5 days
have
from when it
already-
was launched to when now that it's dead and bankrupt
yeah.
are gone.
They played it for less than 2
2
hours
hours.
and decided I have to get rid of this and get my $40 back.
Yeah.
Like the amount of games people buy and don't return that back. Like Payday
Oh,
3's
yeah.
launch was horrible. The
Yeah.
game wouldn't even launch and it was nowhere close to this bad.
Yeah. This is No Man's Sky game launch on steroids.
On literal crack. Literally as bad as it could possibly be for a game studio.
Yes.
Sick.
And I think
So what are the main complaints?
every trailer, so first of all, they've released demos and trailers and other things over since 21 to 23. Unfortunately, all of those had been taken down because I guess the studio got in some copyright trouble over the name of the game.
Interesting.
And so all of that previous footage has been taken down, but there's a couple videos out there if you specifically look. I think I found 3 that I got recommended on YouTube that showed some older footage of stuff. And it's zombies, right? I saw gameplay on release of a guy playing for 2.5 hours. You want to know how many zombies he ran into? 3.
Oh my God.
There was supposed to be hordes and
Yeah.
you know
I was
this,
saying,
that,
looking
and
back
everything
at
else.
like Daisy,
Yeah.
like that is
Imagine
similar.
DayZ but with no zombies.
Yeah, I'll say that's like similar-ish,
So-
like concept, I guess.
So DayZ is closer to an MMO
Oh,
than
yeah.
what this actually
yeah, which was
shipped
only
as.
like what 30 people on
Yeah, but
on
it was
servers.
it's the fact so the whole game
But,
takes
yeah.
place on the server.
Yeah, yeah.
If you can log in and out whenever, but your game is on that server.
yeah.
The main problem with this is it was played more like a Tarkov game. Where
Yeah.
you drop in,
drop out.
and you extract, which
Yeah.
is not an MMO.
No.
That is just a multiplayer
That's an extraction game.
game.
So
the
a
false
lot of people
promises
were-
for years of it being an MMO, like something you would spend all your time in that server, expanding, building, doing stuff.
Or your game save would move with you.
Move
You
with
could
you
still
server to
log
server.
into the servers and play online. Yeah, I heard a lot of people when they found out that it's like I have to spend. I bought this game to be an MMO, and it's a fucking Tarkov ripoff with zombies.
Yeah, and it's nothing like it.
Yeah. No.
And there's been games that are, similar concept of drop in, loot, escape, zombies, whatever else. But the fact that it was supposed to be an MMO where you're, exploring an open world constantly, not just here's a map, grab some stuff and leave, was a huge mis-selling point. And that's where all this backlash starts, is with it just, one, the gameplay is not as good as it should have been.
No.
And 2, it's literally the wrong game for what they've been advertising.
Yes. Another thing. Sorry, I'm slowly
Trying to catch
skimming
up with your
through here.
notes.
I got one thing to add when you're done.
Oh, so another thing that a lot of people were super pissed about. So in some of those demos, like you could mantle, there was melee weapons, stuff like that. None of that was in the game.
To be fair, it took PUBG like 5 years to get mantling, and it's still
Yeah, so-
buggy.
But the point is,
Fortnite just got mantling in like within the last year. Or
yeah,
so
but you
as
can
well.
just build over the wall.
Well, this is on
Still.
Like,
non-build.
you cannot jump in this game. You can't jump. In a zombie survival game, you can't jump.
Any game that you can't jump pisses
It's
me off.
it's just
I
it's,
don't-
it's pointless.
I don't know why it does so bad, but it's like I just want to sit there and hop, and like,
Yeah.
people can see me jump.
So
It's
like the
fun.
fact that they had demos of people with melee weapons killing zombies and jumping over obstacles and mantling over them, and then the game comes out and it's like,
and it's missing.
nope, fuck you, you can't do any of that.
It's literally
You know?
missing every single thing they promised.
Yeah, exactly.
Like technically there are zombies, and technically there are guns. That's literally all they got right.
But it's horrible. I also heard that, 99.9% of the time, I've very rarely heard this gets handled any differently. But, let's say we make a video game. We don't host the servers. That goes to a third party that we pay out.
Right. You hire a web client like AWS or something
to host the game servers.
Host your game servers. Because usually you don't have the power in-house to
dear
host enough.
Lord. The electrical requirement, cooling requirements, space.
And the problem is you don't have data centers near enough to where people are playing.
It's just not effective.
The ping to Russia from here is probably not good. So you need someone like a Cloudflare that has data servers everywhere, so everybody can get that low latency experience.
So I heard that apparently they are still on the hook with their server providers for a 1 or 2 year contract for over $1 million.
Oh, easily to run servers made for or
gaming
enough to run 200,000 people on a game. That's not going to be cheap.
They already went bankrupt.
Yeah, I mean, once you file bankruptcy, you can essentially fault out of that.
Yeah, but still, it's such bullshit.
It's just such a major fuck up on their part to not realize game launches have been cursed for years.
Yeah.
People are over promising, under delivering over and over and over, and you would think they'd look at that and be like, is this really what we want to ship?
Yeah.
Like Cyberpunk, for example.
Yeah.
They brought their release back. Like they took it back in the timeline. They're like, hey, it's not going to be ready if we drop it now. Let's give it another couple months. We'll see if it's done then.
Yeah.
They launched it and they're like, hey, it's buggy, but here's the game.
Yeah.
And they've consistently improved upon it. Now people love it. But it's like, you can't just ship a half-baked product anymore. People hate it.
Well, and the thing that bothers me the most is... me personally, I'm not one to just do something half-assed. That's it. A Band-Aid. Fuck you guys. A Band-Aid fix for 5 minutes, sure, fine, whatever. Until I can, cobble together something else.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how these companies that raise all of this money, have all of this staff and resources, just go, yeah, fuck it.
And how nobody looks at it and goes, hey, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Like just ship it. They'll buy it.
There's CFOs, COOs, and all these there's consulting firms for product development.
Yeah.
And they just come in and go, yeah, looks fine.
Good enough.
Sell it.
Because probably 90% of that company doesn't care how the game plays.
No.
Everybody designing assets doesn't care how the game plays.
Oh, shit. So this was the other thing.
Listening.
So, this whole... a lot of Fantastic's talks about how long it took for development. They always quote blood, sweat, and tears of 5 years. They poured their blood, sweat, and tears into this game. Somebody went into the Unreal engine and grabbed all their assets because, there's different asset packs you can do. You want to guess how much they spent on the entire city, which is the main part of the game for assets?
I do not know.
They spent $3,600.
Oh, so the whole game is Unity assets.
Yep.
Maybe they tweaked some stuff.
Yep.
But that's nuts.
And I believe that video that I saw, the oldest asset pack that they had on there was only 8 or 9 months old.
Ooh, yeah. So working on it for years and years.
I mean, stuff gets updated and you can do that, but it's
come on, man. You can't say for Forza Motorsports, the one that came out this year, built from the ground up, and everyone's like, yeah, this fucking sucks. You're like, I don't care if you built it from the ground. That has become a meme in the not sim racing community, because that's not a real sim game, but
there's a lot of people who are not enjoying that game.
The arcade racing community is they'll post their shittiest bugged clip ever, and they'll be like, built from the ground up, and all the time. It's people absolutely dunking on it, because it's you know better. As a game studio, you have to know better at this point. It's insane that you would just let that product out the door and be like, well, they'll be unhappy with it, but they'll still buy it.
Oh, but we're gonna update it.
What?
Oh, but we're gonna update it.
I'm Modern Warfare 3. Oh God, it just
that one hurt my bones.
I'm not buying that piece.
I'm not buying any Call of Duty ever again.
It just still blows my mind how, when we were younger, middle school, high school, back in my day. We bought a game, and that was it.
Disc.
It was done.
It was
no more
also on a
updates.
disc.
No more. Play it offline forever.
Yes,
and it was okay.
And it ran, and it worked, and it promised on what it delivered.
Until you scratch the fuck out of the disc.
Well, yeah, then
you gotta get the toothpaste out and fucking swirl it in.
I had the old
the disc scrubber.
crank disc polisher.
Oh, I had that.
I've
too
never had
fancy.
that. Didn't even know that existed until you told me
Bougie
right
shit.
now. So.
They used to have these little plastic rings with a cover on the
Okay.
bottom for the shiny side of the CD that you could clip on, and it would
Okay.
protect it. And so instead of scratching the actual disc, it would just scratch the plastic up.
Yeah.
And they were
Interesting.
orange. I'll have to see if I
It's
can find
almost like
picture
a
of
screen protector almost,
Mhm.
but for
Yeah.
a disc.
for a disc.
Interesting, because it's just reading ones and zeros,
Yeah,
so it doesn't.
It's just reading bit
as long
data.
as it's transparent enough, it should be fine.
How much space is on a regular
It
CD?
depends.
Yeah,
Usually 700 megs.
It's
for a
not
CD.
for a CD, not a.
Yeah.
Well, like
A
yeah, like a,
Blu-ray
a video
style.
game.
DVD's roughly like 4 gigs.
I think.
Yeah, I
it's-
think
yeah.
Blu-rays. I think
Blu-rays.
max out at 30, 40.
Just keep
It's like,
talking.
I think it's 40. Now, speaking of the video game stuff, like that's exactly why I don't pre-order shit anymore.
Oh God, no! And that has totally reinforced my decision to
Goddamn, okay.
not buy things when they come out.
A Blu-ray can
Holy
it can hold
shit.
25 gigabytes per layer. So currently, about a dual layer disc is about 50 gigabytes, and in the future, they in theory could go up to 100 or 200 gigabytes.
God damn!
So what are like PlayStation 2 games?
Oh, those are like
those are
megabytes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I was assuming less than a gig.
Jesus, remember trying to play Need for Speed Carbon and it takes like 3 minutes for a car to load. when you switch
That's
in
old.
between.
I'll say my
Yeah.
favorite game was Underground 2. I played the
loved Carbon.
shit out of it.
4 gigs.
No, that's not for the game. That's for the whole PS2.
With it, yeah.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
see.
no, because
how
I remember the
much.
memory cards being like
8
1 or
megs.
2 gigs.
8
or-
megabits?
Yeah, eight,
And
yeah, 8
they were
megabits,
megs.
Yeah, that was.
I think maybe I had 12s.
8 megabit was the best when it came out. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nuts.
No, I remember the 12s. They were aftermarket. 12.
Oh
meg.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have one PlayStation brand one. I have one yellow. I couldn't even tell you the brand of it. But
They're
it's a
yellow with
fucker.
black rubber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, an average PS2 game was about 4 gigabytes for a full size
Jesus
game.
Christ.
Damn.
Interesting.
That whole game.
We download raw footage.
Well, I'll say
that's
on
bigger
my
than that
phone, like
now.
there's games on my phone that,
Oh,
that
yeah.
are more than 4 gigs.
Yeah.
It's
You
fucking
got
nuts.
games, on,
games
your
on your
phone.
phone?
I got a
Games on your
couple.
phone. I remember Black Ops 2 when I downloaded it for the 360 because it took a week to fucking download.
I remember
with your
that.
poopy
it was,
internet.
it was like 6.82 gigabytes. It took me 1 week straight on a 360.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Aren't you worried about overheating?" I'm like, "No, mine's been amazing." I'm like,
Yeah.
It never red ringed. It was always happy as can be.
Oh, your 360?
Yeah,
Oh,
mine
yeah.
was perfect. I don't know what if I got
I had the
luckiest
I had the
one.
newer one, so I never ran into
Yeah,
it. Luckily.
Mine was the quote unquote arcade, so it had the fix already.
Oh,
but
okay.
everyone's like, "You run it for that long?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's like I've never had a problem with it."
Yeah.
I think mine
It's like
only
when you
did
try.
it
It's like when you
once.
bulletproof a 6-liter.
Well,
Like the more time you care about it, the more time you spend caring about it, the more it's gonna bite you in the ass. If you just don't care about it, it works.
ours was never
Jesus.
bulletproofed. It had stock head bolts.
I
in
know,
it,
and it
was-
runs fantastic.
That's so crazy.
I think we finally put them in just because we had it apart when we did injectors the last time. But like, it never needed it. It's
I know.
nuts.
But Nick, back to what you're saying. I totally agree.
Yeah. Like
That
What'd you say?
it's about not pre-ordering.
he
shit.
doesn't pre-order
yes.
shit.
The
anymore.
one game I did was
So you're lying.
I only did it once, but then because of my experience, I just don't anymore. Was Horizon 5.
Okay.
Like I still love the game to this day, but like online was a disaster for 3
It's still-
months.
it's-
I mean,
it-
it still kind of is.
Like whenever we would try to play together online, it'd be like, "Well, I'm here. I see you. You see me, but Marcus can't see you. Like your car's invisible
So-
to him."
Oh yeah, it was fucked up
they
for a
fixed
while.
that now, but
Well-
the issue I've been having for probably the last 3 months is I'll be just like free roaming the whole map or be doing actual races and everybody fucking rubber bands.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fine.
Sure, but
But
everybody
everyone
around
rubber
you's
bands.
shaking.
Forza
Or,
in general.
or someone's car will go like through me multiple times. Like I
Yeah.
don't get hit or anything, but just like it's
Or
hard to
you'll-
It's
concentrate on the race.
it's Forza. That's
Yeah.
happened the last probably 3 or 4 Forzas. It's
four,
just
four. I've never had an issue with.
honestly,
I've had since the Xbox 360. I've had that.
honestly, Horizon 1 never had that problem. I don't think. Like it was never great, but it was
yeah,
never
wa-
really
it
that
wasn't.
bad.
It wasn't
Right.
rubber bandy, but it would like jolt you back and forth.
It would
a little.
stutter a lot, but
yeah,
it was never
yeah,
like
stuttering really.
Yeah.
It would
Um,
never like
Yeah,
shock
not
the game
full.
and launch
Yeah,
you.
not full rubber banding, but no, like
It would never
I've
snow.
I've
run
dieharded every single Forza Horizon.
Yeah.
It's the rubber banding is pretty bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are great. Like I don't like games that are always online anymore. I'm
Oh,
so
it's
tired
just
of it.
shit.
Yeah.
Let me play offline mode by myself.
Yeah.
And I will join the online free roam if I feel like it.
Yes.
It's so annoying. You're just
Yeah.
doing.
Well, especially like GTA Online. Obviously, there's that, but like
that's the
But
online
it
section.
developed so fast. Like I feel like I'm 10 years behind on the fucking online
You
version
are
of
the
it.
game's 12 years old.
Okay, but I played it for like 4 years in a row. So, but
Yeah.
like even when I was playing
Let's
it pretty
say-
religiously,
Let's say you stopped playing after high school, so 2016. Like it's been 7 years.
okay.
like-
Well, what I'm getting at
No, I
is
understand.
They do a lot in that
it
game.
snowballs so large that it's hard to jump back into it.
Oh,
Same
yeah.
even like Forza Horizon 4, it snowballed to the point where I'm like, there's so much to do. I'm not starting any of it.
Yep.
Forza Horizon 5, even at launch, it seemed like there was so much shit to do all the time
And-
that I'm like, once I made enough money to start buying the cars that I wanted, I just stopped doing the story. And shit.
Because they tried to make it so you could follow kind of whatever path you wanted your festival to be.
Yeah.
well,
which
it's more
cool.
like the online like intimidator events, and then like
Yeah.
all like the like it's the seasonal, like, hey, there's 20 challenges for this season. I'm like, give me 3 and leave me the fuck alone and stop blowing up my fucking map and giving all these icons.
but you
This
gotta-
isn't a full-time job,
Yeah.
motherfuckers. I'm
Exactly.
gonna have fun.
Right.
But in the same vein, there's the people who have beat everything on the game and are begging for more content.
That is
Like,
true.
Yeah.
But the problem is like
It fits for those content people like
somebody wants it. Yeah.
Skyrim. Like Jesus, there's people still playing that fucking game and
yeah.
doing
Haven't-
100%.
haven't-
oh, actually, did you hear about their newest update?
to Skyrim.
Yes, Skyrim came out with a recent update and it crashed almost every single mod.
Let's
Oh.
go.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah,
Average
they
Bethesda
updated it.
W.
I forget why they did it. It was something like not really big. It was very minor things about it. Actually, the game actually being updated, but in turn it crashed like every mod. They're
that-
all broken now.
Well, I
That-
mean,
that
any,
does not surprise
any
me,
major
yeah.
update will crash.
yeah,
mods.
that was
Any-
that was probably a week or two ago. I heard
Code
that.
change to specific repositories and other things like that will basically.
I forget.
It
I
changes
forget,
your file
more
structures.
details about it, but yeah, it was funny that they were. I forget where I heard that on, but they were talking
Haha,
about
no
like, oh, that
sex mods
sucks.
for you, dickwads.
R.I.P. Life isn't fair. I think they're gonna do a big update to Fallout 4 too. I think I saw that somewhere.
really?
Hell yeah.
They're doing like a
Interesting.
next gen update or whatever. So
Oh yeah, and that's when you
capable for the
started
next
talking
consoles.
about that. That's
Just make
what I
Fallout
kind of thought.
5.
yeah, but
They just got
money.
Starfield.
Honestly, Starfield is the one game this year that everyone was hyped about, and it seems like it mostly lives
It's
up.
staying.
Yeah,
right?
like
It's-
like an
it's-
80% success rate, maybe more. Yeah.
I feel it launched with the same kind of niche thing like Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
Everybody
You had
was
to-
so excited, ready to go, and then it came out and it was like, well, it has some visual bugs, and it's like, well, I can deal with a couple little funny things happening here
You're
and
like,
there.
listen, it's a Bethesda game. They do that.
Yeah.
Enjoy the bugs.
So,
Oh,
as long as
that came out
they're
2 years ago.
in turn to fix it.
That's the thing. Is like if you can tell that it's not a malicious problem.
Yeah. Sorry, just want to make sure you guys hear that.
That was
Jackass.
so cool of you.
Now we don't have noise suppression on.
Now they know you're an alcoholic.
Alcoholic.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
But it's like, it's nice when you can see a game company like actually give a shit, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like the bugs along the way aren't because they ignored the problem.
It's because they spent too much time getting the game ready
Because
to give to you.
If you ever
Yeah.
wait till something's in a perfect state to launch it,
it's never going to be
you're
ready.
way too late.
Yep.
Like if you get it perfect, it should have been developed months ago, years ago.
Years.
Like
yeah.
by time it's perfect, it's easier to fix the bugs once you know what they are.
Well, especially like when they're so stupid and little. Like, I mean, I think one of the big things that a lot of people complained about with Starfield, it was like, well, this character moves in a weird way or like gets hung up against the wall. It's like, who cares? Can you still go up to him and interact with him without
Yeah.
it crashing your game?
It's like almost literally every game.
Yeah, you're like, hey,
Well,
maybe
yeah.
Like-
every NPC doesn't move exactly the same way, so there's
Yeah.
gonna be some weird stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
whatever. We'll
sorry-
fix it later.
Yeah, sorry we didn't copycat every single movement and voice line.
Yeah.
Like,
Like GTA 6. Every character has like independent movement.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which
But
honestly,
that takes a lot of processing power
It
on the
does,
back
yes.
end.
that's why the game
It's
will
also
be
the
hundreds.
biggest studio in the world who built that
true.
game, who is building that game.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's
And it's
probably
also got
fair,
another,
actually.
year and a half to come out,
Yeah.
if not
Yeah.
more.
And even when it comes out, it doesn't launch on PC for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
26.
Like I do not understand.
We're gonna be 20. We're almost gonna be fucking 30 by the time it reaches PC. Like
I'm already 30. I'm not 30. That's a
My
lot.
back
Mentally.
pain, honestly, my back pain tells me I'm 80.
yeah.
The hours of overtime have added up quickly. God, so just quick side note, like,
Yeah.
so we had a new kid start for us this week.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
yeah.
How's
How'd
he
that go?
doing?
He's 19.
Cool.
I feel
Okay.
so old.
Poor buddy.
I'm just like, oh yeah,
He is officially a Zoomer.
yeah. It's like, because I was talking. He's like, what did you start at? I'm like, $10 an hour. He's like, huh? I'm like,
Oh yeah,
I'm like, yeah,
minimum
oh,
wage
yeah.
was
yeah. I'm
$8.15.
like minimum wage is $14 now. So I'm like, yeah, I couldn't legally start at that anymore. He's like, yeah, I suppose that makes sense. I'm like, yeah, life's it's crazy how like I can look back because I started at basically 19 or 19 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm you and you're me. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, how is
Future.
literally? I'm just like, oh, I'm the old man telling stories.
Yeah.
Like, let's
Has he
go.
said anything?
Yeah,
just
you would be Miles's age when I started.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
Miles was mid to late 20s when I was
when you were
17,
17 in
17
school.
when I
Yeah.
started. Yeah, I started junior year.
Does he at least seem to have a grasp on things, or is he just?
he's already done welding courses and
Oh,
stuff. He's
well,
got,
good for him.
He's got a general idea. Of course, it takes
Okay.
time to like.
Well,
adjust.
yeah, of
I'll say now
course,
it's just getting
but,
used to
like-
like the
Well, it's like
shear and
he
all
showed
these
up
other
and
things.
it's like, hey, we need to make 120 of these things, and that's your problem. Good luck.
sick.
And he's like, and by things I mean the 6.5 foot by 12 foot pallet stacks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you're doing this. I'll help you, but I have stuff I have to do too.
Yeah.
He's just like, what? And he's like, I guess, okay, sure, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
That was just a quick side note. It's like, I am 7 years older than him. I'm like, I feel like the old man telling stories. Like, one day you'll want to take care of your back and this. So I'm like, I bring like the fatigue mat and set it down over like where he's working. I'm like, you'll want this. You don't know why you'll want this here, but you'll want it here.
You'll thank me later.
Yeah. Like,
I don't know, I still get
man.
all the boomers telling me to stop like jumping down off of a semi, which is like it's like fucking 10 inches. It's like, yeah, I just kind of like gracefully like I don't jump down and just
You
sit.
set yourself down.
No, I
shock load.
continue.
You absorb it.
Yeah,
with your
I
knees.
can like I'll jump down, but I'll continue to walk. That way, the momentum is not just stopped in my knees.
Yeah, I don't-
which is what I feel like a lot of old people did.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they weren't graceful. Like I rode skateboards and ripsticks and BMX and shit. So I was like, I'm graceful when I fall.
I mean, you've seen my grandpa try to walk. He was
True.
doing stuff like that into like his 70s. Like
Exactly.
his knees have exploded and he can barely walk.
So I've
But
got at least 35 years. We're good.
Yeah.
to get to 70.
Yeah, that's
Can
math.
can you count good or no? 'Cause
25 plus 35?
That's
No, that's
60.
60. I was close.
60.
I don't
Close
math.
enough.
I'm 26
good.
tomorrow, so
Hey.
Wow, I didn't ask.
Wow, congratulations.
I only remembered because
Happy
that's
birthday.
what I was getting texted about. I was like, oh yeah, whoops.
Ooh.
My
Fuck.
bad.
Another year closer to that horse.
That is literally the only way I'll picture that for the rest of my life. Until I
That's-
turn 69, then I'll celebrate.
That's
Yeah.
So
Yeah, nice.
Eric that we work with, he's
Yeah.
gonna be 53 here soon.
Oh my God.
He's like, once I turn 50, he's like, we need to start counting down. I'm like, I am running out of time.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'll be turning 47 here soon. Like he's on the other half count. He's like, if I make it to 0, you better fucking kill me.
Just
'Cause
put me
he's-
out of my fucking
He's already
misery.
in rough shape at 52. It's like, oh, he's such a good guy though.
Oh shit.
But yeah. Oh, speaking of game developing news stories, etc.
Yeah.
Mud Runners Expeditions.
Yeah. There's an
Yeah.
update.
Oh.
There was a leak today. It is releasing March 5th.
Sick.
Of 25
Of
or
24.
24?
Yes.
That's
Holy
awesome.
shit.
That's only 4 months away.
And it's single player only,
Aw.
supposedly. And it's not even open world.
What?
Ah.
Yeah.
That was like
What
one
do
of
you
the
mean?
selling points.
From what I've heard is it's all mission based exploration.
Go fuck yourself.
Now this is all leaked off
Leaked,
of
but
fucking
still,
Reddit and stuff.
I'm
So what you're saying is I'm
pissed.
glad I bought all the DLC
Yes.
for SnowRunner.
That's what I'm
Did you
saying.
buy all of them or just year one?
Just the year one.
or
Oh,
year
okay.
one. But since I
year
have like
one's
it'll
still-
take a while to finish that, and then I can also buy the other 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it sounds like what's going to happen is SnowRunner will say the multiplayer open world stuff.
Yeah.
Explorations. Yeah.
Expeditions.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it wasn't
You were
right.
close.
Yeah.
That sounds like it's gonna be more of like the, not story driven, but like the focused path where SnowRunner's
Okay.
kind of the open environment. I don't know.
I
If
protest.
I don't know if any of that's true.
I protest. Sounds like ass.
Protest denied. Informal protest denied. So yeah, I heard that today, and I'm like, I'm like, oh, like March 5th. The guy was in like Europe somewhere because it said like 5/3. And I'm like, oh, not till May. And he's like, yeah, March 5th. I'm like, wait, those numbers.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
you fucking weirdos do
Oh
it
my-
backwards.
You got the fucking
They
day
also
month.
eat beans on toast. So
Europe should, all of Europe can cease existing, and I would not care. I guess Italy's I ate, but
what if it was just a dream?
okay, Lenin.
We're in a simulation.
What if this 38 snub nose in my pocket was just a dream?
Imagine his last words.
Ouch!
Don't smack the table. It startles the microphones.
Oh, there's rum in my fucking nose. Ow. Right.
That's crazy. There was a bullet in his back.
Crazy?
That was crazy once.
Put me in a room.
I heard
rubber room. A rubber room with rats.
I heard someone do
Rats
that the
make
other
me
day. I
crazy.
don't remember who it was.
It was. I haven't said it in a while, so
No,
it
it
wasn't
was.
me.
It was on YouTube. I think it was Donut said it, and like in someone
Oh,
else's video.
maybe.
I
Yeah.
heard
I
him
said
say
it
I'm
like-
oh, he's just like us. He's retarded.
Yeah.
I said it
Literally.
just out of
You just have to.
having to at work the other day, and
They look at you
everybody
like, what
just
the
looked at me
fuck?
like I was an idiot, and I was like, "Oh, that was an out of pocket saying right
Yeah.
there."
That was my inward thoughts speaking out. My
Sorry, guys,
N-word
the
thoughts?
autism game.
Well, those are my inner thoughts. I just shouldn't say that.
Whoa!
Yow! You'll be at work quoting Dracula flow. They're like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
No, I'll just put it on my stereo system in my office and blare it.
You have it in your headphones. You pop one out like what, and they just hear it. Like that's my motivation. Keeps me going. Did you ever watch that or what?
I watched enough of it to know
It's
it's
so-
absolutely retarded.
We should watch it after the podcast.
Oh my
it's
god,
fucking
it's so
hilarious.
fucking dumb. I love it. Do you know who's behind that?
No.
Nick, you might actually know who I'm talking about. Who? The person behind Plum Corp Records or whoever runs that channel is Joji.
Oh, I
Yeah.
believe that.
Yeah, that's like one of his side projects or something.
Good for him.
But yeah,
I
Pink,
miss him.
also known as Pink Guy. R.I.P.
guy.
Man, R.I.P.
He died?
No,
No, he just stopped.
I was like,
persona.
wow. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
He
Yeah,
just
no, I was like, I thought
the
his
fuck
current
He
thing
just-
is Goji.
he just stopped
And
being
he used to be
cool.
Pink Guy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He kind of became what he hated.
But now he's Dracula Flow host guy, so he knows.
It's crazy what happens when you become a billionaire or millionaire.
Yeah.
Crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once.
Jesus.
But yeah, so that was the news about that. In other news, I think Nick, did you have news about Fork Knife you wanted to talk
I
about?
did, yeah.
Good. All right, moving on.
This
Thank
sucks.
God.
Fucking hate
Use
Fortnite.
you. Some of us enjoy the game.
Yeah.
Good. Go
I
enjoy it
tested
somewhere
out-
else.
I do it
So-
in my house.
I feel like Fortnite's becoming like a.
Roblox.
It reminds me of Roblox.
It's becoming like
I've
a
never played
universe of
Roblox,
its
so I
own.
don't know.
Like there's you got like
Universal Remote.
you got the Lego
version,
Minecraft,
which is
mode.
dog shit. I've been trying to play that.
So
and it
I-
fucking sucks.
I gave it a try with another group. It's okay.
Oh, so it's us is the problem.
Oh
is what
wow!
you're saying.
Yes.
Wow! Thanks,
I
Nick.
honestly, listening to you guys play, I completely understand that because
Well-
Andy was just yelling, "I don't know where you guys are" the whole time.
Yes.
So here's a Lego Fork Knife.
There is the racing mode, which I really enjoy.
Oh, there's a racing mode.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's partnered
It's-
with Rocket League.
What's your
yeah.
favorite race?
I know my least favorite.
Marathons.
5Ks.
I'm glad it was on laptop only screen for that. I couldn't see me say that. Anyway,
Anyway,
so you played Lego Fortnite and you played racing mode Fortnite. And
played the Rock Band mode.
I did play
What?
Rock Band. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a
there's
Rock,
like a
band,
Rock
mode.
Band mode.
It's you use
really
you
cool.
use the D-pad left and right, and then X and B.
So it's
Oh, for
standard
control- for
controller.
control.
Or on a controller, yeah.
So it's literally becoming
So it's
Rock Band.
Fortnite Roblox.
Yeah, it's basically like a starter hub, and then you just do whatever you want
What
from. That's
the
what you do.
Roblox
You
is,
do
yeah.
the zero build, full build, ranked or unranked, and then there's the Lego racing,
Lego.
Rock Band. Then there's a bunch of there's prop hunt and shit. There's a bunch of different stuff. It's
There
really
is, yeah.
the main menu of Fortnite is just a hub to branch out.
So you're
from
saying it is
wherever you else
peak
want.
absolute Zoomer cringe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go.
Yes.
Looking at the start menu, it gives me anxiety. I'll be honest. There is so
It's-
much
it's a
fucking
mess.
shit going on. I'm like, where is zero build? Found it. Good. That's all I want. And I have not navigated the rest of the screen. I'm like, this is all I want.
And you enjoy this?
Yeah.
When I'm playing zero build, yes. Other than that, the rest of it, no. Like,
just-
don't get me wrong. The Rock Band one was decent. Like, they have a ton of good, like, decent songs. I'll say I took back good. You heard
Yeah,
it
you're
mid word.
like,
I'm like
good.
decent. There's decent songs.
Seven Nation Army, Dirty Little Secret.
So all the most generic songs.
There's also
They're like all from
yeah.
the 2000s.
Radio
yeah.
Core. let's
there's
go.
there's new shit too. The one I played was fucking Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh,
I
she's
was
on
like,
there
Let's
now.
go. Good for you.
Zoomer
Look at us.
Paramore.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, one lawsuit, okay? That's it.
Wait, what?
And hey, Paramore doesn't exist anyway, so.
Yeah, they're free agents as of today.
Yeah.
And they said
Free
it's,
agents.
Yeah, I've read the thing.
Is
like
that what it said?
today. Yeah.
I read most of it.
Yeah,
I
the
was at
last
work.
line was like, as of today, they're all the three are all free agents, and they basically said it's all kind of
Oh,
up
so
in the air.
Dibs on Haley Williams. Let's
Brother.
go.
She is dating the guitar player,
Who the
brother.
fuck is Haley Williams?
Oh,
Educate
Paramore.
yourself.
You fucking whore.
I'm sorry, I was super busy this week. so I
Besides
didn't
Avril
get to-
Lavigne, it's the emo queen.
Do not look up the leak that happened with her in 2010.
this lady.
disgusting. Where?
Where? I cannot believe you've done this.
Yeah,
Where?
the Paramore singer.
Paramore singer.
Paramore. Look, man.
Look
you're
up,
just-
like, Google like 2010 or something. Okay,
yeah.
wait, 2009 maybe, Nick.
Like the Riot era happened in 07, 08.
What's their most popular song?
Good for You by Olivia Rodrigo.
That's what you get. Yeah, that too.
Misery Business.
Misery
That's what you
Business.
get. Crush, Crush, Crush. Brick
Honestly,
by
Crush,
Boring
Crush, Crush is
Brick.
underrated banger.
The only
Yeah.
exception.
That only exception. That was on Guitar Hero for the DS.
You would know it the
Give me a
second we
second.
play
You'll
it.
know every song. Don't even worry about
Yeah,
it.
it's not worth it.
I could just play it through the laptop. You can hear it.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Either way.
I don't know what I did with my earbuds. Fuck.
Good.
It does not matter.
Yeah.
I'll
You'll
listen
know
to it
you'll
later.
know it as soon as
Yeah.
you hear it. You're like, oh, this person? Yeah.
Again, emo queen of the mid to late 2000s.
Okay, I'll take your word for
I
it.
was normal then, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
She said,
That
"See you
sucks.
later, boy."
they played it on the Q.
that's not her.
Yeah, Misery
Yeah, that
Business does
that was
play on
outrageous.
I know.
Yeah.
I
don't listen
Yeah,
to
no,
the
they
Q,
used to play
so-
like, God, early 2000s was the GOAT because they played
See,
like Fallout Boy
this-
and Paramore
this is
and all the
why-
fucking good ones
This is
on the
why
hit
Mom
music.
doesn't-
Yeah, the
I
Q
fucking
was
love
actually
it.
decent at one time.
I know.
This
it's
is
fucking
why
crazy.
we need to take BZG and turn it into the 2000s good music.
This is why
Yeah.
we take WYYS and push it off a cliff.
And push it over there.
I mean,
This
it is
why
on
you
Christmas
just get
music right
XM.
now. Well,
This is why you listen
I'm not
to
paying for that
music
shit.
on your phone.
Brother, it's
No
$2 a month.
I
Brother,
refuse
my
to
My
get
car
on
still
my
can't do
Spotify
it.
has an AI DJ now. Did you? Have
Really?
you guys?
Yeah,
you
I
guys play
actually
with it?
like
Yeah.
mine. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it's not terrible. Like
Yeah.
every now and again they'll give me some bullshit, but like they usually.
Every now and then.
So what
it's
they
terrible.
do is like it sucks because they like intro themselves like, "Hey, I'm your DJ. We got a list of like for me it'd be like we got some grunge for you," and they'll do like 5 or 6 grunge songs. Like 3 of them, probably 1 or 2 I'll have liked. 3 of them I'll have listened to, and the other 2 would be like just kind of randoms.
Yeah.
But they'll mix them up within that little queue, and then after they play those 5 or 6, they'll come back and say, "Hey,
Yep.
here's some alternative country," and they'll do some fucking other shit.
wow, I am so not interested.
Like
in
they'll
that.
they'll jump from all your genres and stuff.
What I really loved with mine is because I've had premium since like fucking 2011.
I've only had it since when Joe Rogan got Spotify
Yo, Jogan?
exclusive, so it was 2017, I
It's
think.
like 16 or 17. Yeah.
That's when I got it, so I could listen to him, and then I just listened to all my podcasts then
Fair.
through that from then on. I haven't listened to a lot of music on there. I've mostly just been on Pandora,
Yeah.
but I also listen to it just enough.
Mine will, because I've had it for like 12 years now, it'll go through like a segment and it'll go, now we're going to take you back to music you listened to in like 2014.
Yeah,
And
I'll
it's
say
like,
mine.
oh shit.
Mine has done that.
You're
They're
like,
like,
yo,
yeah,
2014 me
like-
was different.
apparently
It was, yes. I listened to the
apparently-
most generic metalcore.
apparently 2019 I listened to a lot of fucking metal because it was like stuff that you loved in 2019. It was just like all Beartooth. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You are absolutely
You're
right.
so real for that.
Say,
X.
You mean that when they were good or no?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, when I
hit 'em
first
with the
discovered him, I had only known Beartooth for like 2 years
you
at that
see
point.
that?
I'm like, hell yeah.
I saw your meme, yeah.
You sent that, like it's the meme of like it's a dog. It's like starts smiling, and it's like
Yeah.
he had a meme that was like when I'm introducing my friends to a song and it gets to the heavy part, so it like
Yeah.
starts smiling when it gets there. I reversed it, so it went from smiling to like sad face and put one of Beartooth's new songs over it. 'Cause it's just like
I didn't realize you reversed it.
Yeah.
I was so
way funnier
confused
when I
about
reversed
that. Okay, yeah. I was so confused. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Because I heard it. I'm like, why are we? I was like, maybe Brian likes this one song
No,
that I haven't
it's-
given it enough.
it reversed it because it goes from
Okay.
a smile to like the
Okay.
dead
You were
inside.
quick with that edit,
I'm
too.
so quick, and that was me.
Damn.
He is pretty quick.
No one's ever denied that. First place or no place, baby. Let's go.
If you're not first, you're last.
You are when you're only one competing.
Nice guys finish last, I guess. I don't know.
Something like that.
Damn,
Yeah.
is that Beartooth's new song? Fucking could be.
All the feels core.
Yeah, literally.
Jeez.
Yeah. No, I was literally at work and I'm just like, I saw you send that. I'm like, trying to
Quickly.
I'm trying to cut stuff on the band sound. Like, I saw like I got the spark of inspiration. I'm like, ooh. I'm like,
Gotta
let
do
me make,
this now.
like, let me make this happen. It actually came pretty quick, but
Yeah, no, you were fast with
I-
that edit.
no one's ever denied that I can be quick. I literally edit memes for my phone all the time. I'm just like, it just like pop in my head. I'm like, ooh, click, click, click.
I did give the Samsung editor another try.
It's not-
It is really good now.
It is getting a lot,
When
especially
I-
after the new update, the 1U6 or whatever,
Yeah.
the 1UI6.
Yeah.
It's actually like getting noticeably better every time.
When I tried using it on my S10, it was so dog shit. I think
all
I
S10s
used
are dog shit.
because I would use Power Director. I think it was called
For photo editing.
video editing
Or video editing,
on
yeah.
the phone.
I use
Mematic.
That one's decent though.
It's
Actually,
it only sucks when I need to merger 2 of my pictures together.
yeah.
Like that's the only part that sucks.
I use InShot, and it works super well because it'll let you
That's a good
collage
one.
or overlay or stuff. I use that. That's for most of my if I don't do it through the app, I'll use that. It's easy to just wing stuff together.
Yep. Now for photos, I use Snapseed. That's from Google.
Oh yeah.
You can snap.
They
the
released
seed
one
across.
version, never updated it because it just works.
Because I've seen that watermark a lot.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Google will find a way to kill it. R.I.P.
yeah.
Stadia.
It's been around
Surely.
since 2013.
It's been around.
Christ.
Jesus Christ. So what are you airdropping me over here? What do you want to
Okay,
talk
so
about? He sent me just the
back to the
He just sent me the picture
back
of
to the
Xbox
gaming
logo.
thing. God damn it!
Yeah.
God.
So
What about
I
it?
saw I heard a very interesting piece of gaming, I guess, history. I guess.
Okay.
So
Was it my chat logs from Modern Warfare 2? Because we cannot play those.
My brother, I'm
longer.
going to prison for hate crimes.
on a government watch list. Where's my sweater?
fuck.
Yep.
So everybody knows the old Xbox 360 logo.
Yeah.
Let me pull that
So
up, Jamie.
apparently,
Hold on. Let me pull that up.
Seamus Blackley,
There it is.
which is the
Seamus.
guy
Is that a dude?
Seamus Blackley. Seamus.
That wrestler from WWE.
So
Couldn't relate.
Seamus
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't
Blackley,
watch.
the guy who was, I guess, very instrumental in the development of the UI and basically the entire software.
Of the Xbox 360?
Yes.
Which iteration?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
The
I
Blade.
hopefully the original one. 'Cause
I
it was
think
sick.
when
So, yeah,
it
the
was
original did
the
go hard.
2001.
Oh, so like the original.
Oh, the original Xbox, not the 360.
Not the
Fuck,
360?
I don't know.
Or when the 360 first
that was
came
the
out,
360
there was
one.
like a
Hold
half,
on,
there was like
wait.
a half year
Shut the
of
fuck
the
up.
UI.
He was
on the
known
360.
for God, Jesus, Murphy.
Words
Mer-
are
Known for designing the groundbreaking 2001 Xbox.
Oh.
Oh, so that's
Um,
completely different. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
not-
So the
that's-
original Xbox, whatever.
So that's Xbox One, but not one.
Yes.
So that would be this.
God, I can still hear that music in my fucking head.
Yep.
Me when a song. So
There
this
we
is
go.
the UI you're talking about.
Yes.
Goes
Literally
hard.
one of the greatest of all time.
Yes.
Yep.
It's like Mountain Dew, but looking at it.
So
It
apparently,
tastes like gaming.
this was on some other weird podcast, and this is where I saw this clip from.
Damn.
Not only did he help design and was very instrumental in this UI and the software for Xbox,
Okay.
he's also a fucking Egyptologist and
So-
a very avid baker.
Oh,
So
people have
apparently,
hobbies.
hold on,
Where are you
hold
getting
on,
at?
I'm getting there. So apparently, when he was
baked
doing
the
his
pyramids.
Egypt shit
Okay.
with the mummies, he found
Mummy?
and not decrypted, deciphered
Yes.
an ancient sourdough recipe. And since he's a baker, he made it.
he died.
The Xbox logo is a fucking sourdough.
it is. Yeah, when it
an X.
blooms, it splits
X.
in an X. That is hilarious.
Well, you know what they say?
Pull up a picture of
X
sourdough.
gonna give it to you.
Fuck waiting to get it on your own.
Hey, I have a question, Marcus. Why
Hmm.
didn't you just put the rum in your drink from Wendy's?
Why don't you just put the lime in the coconut?
Because now you have
Because I'm fucking stupid, all
now
right?
you have 2 Cokes. The one you didn't even want to open, and you have a tumbler full of rum and Coke.
Tumbler.
Now you're just watering down your rum. What the fuck?
There
Now,
it is.
Now with that UI though,
Yeah.
like I thought it was
Sourdough.
That looks very close.
I
Yeah.
clicked on the one that looked the most like it. To be
Actually,
fair.
the
I know,
funny
but
thing
it's
is-
fucking funny.
From
Center.
this is the picture from the website that I was reading the article.
I think
from.
that's the
it's
same
that,
picture.
It's that
Same
turned
picture.
90 degrees
actually-
and with a green tint
It
on
is
it.
actually
Yes.
the same
It's
picture.
the same
Yeah.
picture.
That's
Damn.
funny.
Xbox.
But yeah, isn't that fucking weird?
So you're saying Xbox
is sourdough
is bread?
bread?
Neat.
with that UI though, I thought it was on the 360 because I did it on my old one too. It was so cool to like rip music off your CDs and just have it on your hard drive.
The fact that you could just do that was so sick.
It was that was so nice.
Let's compare Xbox 360 UIs because that went through.
Well,
a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
of
I'll say
them.
there was multiple stages. I remember
That's-
the
all
green
of them,
one.
actually. Yeah.
I
this
went
one.
a very long time preventing.
Yeah,
to
this
update
would have
my
been
Xbox to.
This
keep
would have
the
been
blades.
yours. Was the one with the tabs on the top left?
Center.
Yeah,
right?
I had the blades. I avoided going online for like 2 months until I like really missed gaming
Yeah.
online.
So here are all the original Xbox 360 different home
The bottom
screens.
two are Xbox One. I'm almost positive.
No, these were 360s.
No, those are
Those
360.
360s.
Seriously?
These were late gen 360s. Yeah,
Mine came with
The bottom two are on my Xbox One right now.
the top
looks the
right,
same.
They look the same.
and I
But you
updated
don't-
to the bottom.
but you don't
right.
have Bing.
Oh, fair.
Bing.
Yeah, for some reason Bing was tied in. I guess.
Yeah, there's
Microsoft,
something
but-
else.
There's a lot
There's
more
a there's a
garbage.
like Microsoft branded
Yeah,
shit. and
there's a
it's
lot more
really
stuff
weird
on
now.
it
The-
now. I'll compare it.
well, the
next,
last two updates that the 360 got was like an entire OS change.
Oh
but-
yeah.
Oh yeah,
because it's based off Windows 8.
Yes, I
Those
believe
the
that.
last two
feels-
updates they
yeah.
got.
yeah. So yeah, this original first one, mine
Yeah.
didn't launch with this one. I never got to.
Oh,
ex-
you
Yeah,
Mine
that
neither.
one, the only time we
Ouch.
ever used that
That was
was
early.
when we played offline Halo with Connor and Michael,
Mhm.
and then also somebody else had it too. But that was basically the only time we ever used that. And then we got 3 years down the line. Then we had the next one on the right hand side.
the
like
first
car
panel.
that was
ones.
when we had
I love
Avatar
one.
bullshit.
yeah, all the
Yeah.
avatars. You could see your friends were like sleeping if they were offline and shit.
Yeah.
Like their avatars would be sleeping and
I
stuff.
still have my OG avatar. I've had the same name.
Same,
Yeah.
same.
It's so nice.
I've done a lot of iterations of mine.
I think mine has like a handlebar mustache or
Mustache.
something.
I think it does. Yeah.
Dude, it sucked when everybody went from Xbox 360 to PS4 or PS3. Like everybody did the change to back to PlayStation. So like my friends list was just all dead accounts.
Yeah, everybody switched to PS4, and I don't understand. Having owned one, it sucks dick.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, fucking online's
So,
free." I'm like,
the
"Yeah, but
exclusives-
like all my friends were here, so why wouldn't we all
Well,
stick with it?"
because
Well.
Microsoft shot themselves in the foot with that I don't think it was even E3, but when they were announcing the one saying like it always had to be online, like
That
they shot
killed a lot
themselves
of
in the
people.
foot with
Yeah.
that.
Speaking of E3, did you guys hear the news?
it's dead.
Yeah, it's
It is
fine. It's
officially
dead
dead
again.
forever.
Thank fuck.
They've killed E3. It's over.
There just wasn't a need for it these days now.
No.
But
Oh,
it's
yeah, not really.
it's the 3 E's.
Well,
Which are
when there's
Don't
TwitchCon
don't put me on the
and
spot.
all these other
It's in
cons
the
and stuff
E.
that things get. Oh
That
god.
was so underrated. Let's go. No, it's like entertainment. I know entertainment's one of them. I don't know what the others
Surely.
are.
Entertainment,
Google that shit.
e-girls,
They killed it.
e-bussy. You know.
E3.
Jesus fuck, Nick. All right, calm down.
All right, Nick has been banned. Electronic Entertainment Expo. That's what it was.
Yeah, but it was only Xbox shit.
But it's E.
What do we have in place of that now?
TwitchCon.
The video
CES is
game
a tech-
awards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, but, like,
there's
just for
there's
video
a lot of
games.
other
Yeah, the
conventions
Video
and
Game
shit
Awards.
replacing this.
Xbox Games Showcase
Oh,
is the
that.
one that replaced that.
Oh, okay.
Because that was one of our. That was like episode 3. I
Yeah.
think of this was
Well,
Xbox
and you know
Games
what? Now
Showcase.
that I kind of really think, they've been doing a lot of rebranding on stuff lately.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
It's
'cause
basically the same fucking
It's all
shit.
rebranding for all the Zoomers.
all the old branding was really cool, and they're like, yeah, but what if it wasn't?
What if it
that?
What if we just gave it
corporate.
Adderall and
Yeah.
gave it to the kids?
Yeah,
Like,
what if we just changed how cool stuff used to be? It's like,
Mhm.
but it was cool, and we all liked it, and we all bought it. And they're like, yeah, but what if?
Yeah,
it's
but the
different?
Zoomers who are on Adderall,
What
need,
if we moved
need
to
all the lights and
subscription-based?
colors and all the things?
They just like me for real.
Yeah.
You know, like the one thing that I really hope comes back from like recent 2000s nostalgia wave is like styling for marketing and everything.
Oh, they even
like,
like styling for like clothes. I'm like, what?
Brother, I don't want to see a
I'd
fucking
rather
pair of
kill
Jankos
myself.
around here.
You don't want pink hair?
I mean,
and
I mean,
jean
band,
shorts?
band tees are still around. That's all my closet is.
Just
Yeah, it
Oh
never
my
changed.
Yeah, it's never
I've worn
changing.
T-shirts and jeans since a child. Actually, no,
Same.
I used to wear corduroys and fucking
that doesn't
overalls.
count when you can't dress
This
yourself.
is fair. I still hardly can.
I know, but
You
still,
also
it
live in
doesn't.
Putnam County. I think you're that's required.
That's overalls, baby.
Correct.
We-
Overalls and
Christ.
corduroy.
We don't
hang
do
out.
overalls in
I
my
grew up in
house.
Barrow County. It wasn't any better.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
you right
shit.
for that, but
I was right on the border between all three counties in Spring Valley.
yeah, I've worn the same unbranded T-shirts and generic jeans since I was a child. It's great. I don't support any brands. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Don't
Go to-
sponsor me. I don't care.
I go to Rural King and buy 4 pairs of jeans for $12.
I can't. They're always out of stock.
They
I'm
are
gonna
always out of stock.
fucking-
I am pretty picky on jeans. That's about my only.
I just care about fit,
Flaw.
man.
Yeah, I know.
I
When they're
don't.
all tight on my junk, and there's not a lot of junk to get tight on, I'm like, how is this even possible? I don't get it. But like, I swear to God, people, the little Chinese guys in the factories, they need to make the little crotch area better.
Well,
That's
I
all.
mean, no offense to Chinese, but
But
how are
what?
they supposed to know?
No offense to
chilled out.
Chinese, says the most unhinged shit.
So what about the Chinese? He says.
China.
Yeah, keep going. I'd love to hear it.
What do you guys think about?
They're known for
yellow?
having tiny wieners. There, I said it.
How do I?
I love the
Someone
silence there. I was
IRL.
leaving that.
Yeah, let it fucking mellow yellow in that.
My reaction to that information.
Yeah, no, they're always out of stock in my jeans. I hate it. Hate it here. Shit's bullshit. I'm down to my last good pair.
I've been trying to buy
You
high
mean-
vis T-shirts from Rural King for like over a year. They never have them.
Really?
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. The, like,
Can you order them
on?
online?
Yeah, I
Could,
don't
but
want
Royal
to.
King should have them.
Yeah,
that's
like
fair.
I literally in the last year I've bought one because I was the only large that they had there.
Just get bigger. I don't know. Man.
There's no, all the big ones are gone. Like the smalls and there's like usually like 2 or 3 mediums and a handful of smalls. I'm like, cool. Who the fuck needs these? I don't know a single adult man who wears a small T-shirt.
That's why they're still in stock.
For fuck's
Yeah.
sake.
Honestly.
Exactly. They should just combine them and make a fucking large.
I don't think that's how that. It's not a crafting recipe. God damn it! You can't just
Should be.
stick them together.
Yeah,
bet.
just go back to the crafting bench and make it bigger.
God, I hate it here. I can't believe we do this shit
Every week.
every fucking week for 29 weeks.
Yeah.
Actually,
Are we at 29
this is
officially?
this is 29. Technically, we've done 30 episodes because one of them
Oh,
stopped
yeah.
existing.
Ah, you right.
I still haven't hooked up the
Yeah.
backup recorder because I don't have the cables for it. That's on me again.
Oh fuck.
And the camera hasn't overheated yet today.
We
so-
are recording, right?
We are using the fuck. I hope so. For about 50 minutes,
Microphones on?
allegedly.
Yeah.
How long?
50.
Oh.
50.
Yeah,
50.
we've been cooking.
50
Now,
cent.
now we're out of things to talk about. Just kidding. Let's talk about one of my favorite games that came back. It's called Predecessor.
Yeah.
So
I tried it.
There's so much work I
Oh.
have to do in that fucking
originally, the game was called Paragon, and it was made by Epic Games before Fortnite blew up. Once Fortnite blew up, they decided they were just going to absolutely kill it and not support it whatsoever.
Good Fortnite rules.
You couldn't even private game it. And I really enjoyed playing it, and now the remake has came out called Predecessor. It was free on Epic Games this last week, and I bullied all of you into playing it.
Correct.
I mean, hey, in your defense, it was a free game.
Exactly.
So,
Even
fuck
if
it.
even
My
if
hard
it
drive.
sucks.
My hard drive didn't like it because
If I hate
pretty
it,
maxed out on all my
well,
shit,
it's
but-
always in my library.
Quit beating up your
Right.
hard drive, you know. But yeah, I bullied all you into playing it, and it's
It's not bad. I wanted to play more of it, but I had. Well, did
we
have
were
to
playing
leave
the
or
other
some
night,
shit?
and Andy's power just turned.
Oh
off.
yeah, that's,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, why did I stop
For
Oh, yeah.
20 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
He's
was
sitting there.
literally like ready
20
to go.
minutes.
Yeah, because he gets on his phone.
I
He's
did.
like, did
Really?
you guys lag out? I'm like, no, it's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, so like half my neighborhood lost power and like half uptown did as well. And my neighbor calls me. He's like, "Hey, you have power?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm playing video games." He's like, "Oh, I don't." And I look out my windows. I'm like, "Oh, the whole rest of the fucking neighborhood is just
Yeah,
black."
you're like everybody other than me.
Yeah, it was
doesn't
a
have
really
power.
weird like split throughout the neighborhood of who lost power and who didn't. But I'm like, all right, cool, good to know.
That's
But yeah, I'm like, well, fuck it. It's like 9 o'clock, and I was hoping to work the next day, and I haven't. I didn't work all day. Not a single day this week.
Well, speaking of work, let's talk about what you did instead of working.
I
Jack
sat on my
off.
couch and started
Oh,
watching
no, no, no.
Yellowstone.
Hey, yo, what
you
season are you
actually?
on now?
I'm halfway through 2 or 1.
Fuck, I need to go back to 3 and watch 3
I
and
have the
watch
DVDs.
4.
I have up till season 4, I think,
DVDs
on
nuts.
DVDs.
Got 'em.
God, such a good
Oh,
fucking
okay.
show.
So let's talk about what I was trying to segue
What I
into.
actually did was work on the Jeep. I finished all the body work of boxing in the rear wheel wells.
Rear wheels?
wheel wells.
So we got some pictures here.
Oh.
Let you
Yeah.
talk us through them.
Slapped
Oh,
in
god damn.
a bunch of steel.
Holy
It
shit.
looks really good from exactly this far
That
away.
angle.
Hold on, let me just.
How long did it take
let
you
me
to get
just-
that shot?
It's not bad.
That's honestly for body panels.
Okay, yeah.
that's
So
not
you can
bad.
tell that like the new steel to new steel isn't bad.
Yeah.
Welding the new thick steel to shitty 2000 Chrysler steel is where it gets bad.
I feel
Yeah.
so bad. Brian, what the fuck is it called when you have the little bubbles in your welds?
Porosity.
Porosity.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
There's
knew it
not a lot
started
of
with P.
porosity in it. But
I
there's-
see it from
there's
this
a,
fucking
no,
picture.
That's burn through that I
Uh-huh.
then stacked new weld on top of because it was so fucking thin that I'm
Sure.
like just fucking pile it in there.
God, I wish
and I
I was
also
that
grinded
thin.
all the welds too because they all look
Yeah.
like way worse before I grinded them.
Yeah.
So
So this is your driver's side panel.
That's driver's side panel.
Okay, that
It
looks-
turned out just about as good as I thought. The rear is kind of I don't love it yet.
Say, we'll
where
move
the
around
taillights will go.
Move around in these pictures. Here is your
Yeah,
passenger side.
This side was a little harder because you can see the top angle piece and then the front angled piece. There's a triangle piece in between it. If you want to zoom in on the triangle piece
Up here.
that
The
is
little one?
like that's what I was dreading, was trying to tie them together, and it doesn't look all that
That's
good.
too
But
far.
oh,
God
shit.
damn it.
Yeah, I was like, it didn't look all that good, but it's good enough.
Again,
Like, when I slap it with paint, it's not gonna matter.
Yeah.
So
What's the
Yeah, once you fit a big ass fucking tire in there, you're not even gonna be able to see it.
yeah,
as long as it holds the panel from moving,
Yeah.
it really
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
exactly.
Go
Yeah.
to the next
so,
one, which is I think is a rear. Of
Yeah,
it.
this was just this is the new space. So this is the hole where the taillight used to go, and it used to be basically just a rectangle taillight.
Yeah.
I'm now have to find a smaller taillight to put in the space. I texted Brian because I didn't remember what he used for taillights for his trailer.
Right.
I just went on Amazon and found cheapo reverse light, taillight, blinkable
boxes.
like steel boxes with lights in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got them in the list here somewhere. We'll pop them up in a
Yeah,
second.
so
I'll just jump to them.
Yeah, I just kind of had a general like this should work in that space. I'm also gonna build little tabs off of it and be able to bolt it into the factory space as well.
Yeah. So these are the lights. Did you end up ordering these?
Yes, I did.
So
yeah, they should be here before Christmas. It said, or actually this weekend, I believe.
So I was gonna mention it, but I didn't because I was in the shower or whatever. So these are from Part Sam.
Yeah.
It's the same company who made the LEDs for the back of my truck.
Oh.
The LEDs on the back of my red truck. It's the same company.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So
that
they,
makes sense. You said your truck. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you
no,
meant the
no, I got
Ranger.
you.
at
It's the
first.
same company, they're different lights,
Yes.
obviously.
Yeah. I
But-
got you.
But wouldn't those not work because his brake light? Well, wait, no. What's the circular light?
This one,
It's just
That's
it's
a
also a
marker.
break. It's a marker light, yeah.
That'll
So I'm gonna
point
have
down, I
these are gonna
guess.
also be vertical though, because they're designed to be used horizontal, like
Yeah.
they're pictured.
Doesn't matter
I'm gonna
whatever
turn
way you
them
put 'em.
vertical,
Yeah.
so the marker light will be down, so there'll just be a red
puddle light,
shine
essentially.
Oh, okay.
down.
That'd be
yeah.
cool.
it's rock lights, baby.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so when I got my lights, out of the 6 I got, one of them, the high circuit didn't work. So I went on Amazon and
Yeah.
messaged them. They had me one in 3 days.
Sweet.
They sent me 2 more actually instead of the one I needed. So
Oh,
they didn't ask for it back or anything. So
Yeah.
they were relatively good to work with on that. I don't know how they'll be on these. Probably
Yeah.
the same, but
I mean, I'm hodgepodging it all together. I just need something.
they know they're cheap LEDs. They don't care. They're like, oh, it doesn't work. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Fucking send them back.
Yeah, realistically, I just
think-
need something to kind of fit in that spot. So
Yeah, on these pictures, they're actually welded in.
yeah,
I didn't even notice that. Yeah,
yeah, I saw that.
it shows them actually welded onto the frame.
Yeah,
which is great.
I'll be welding tabs onto them, and
Yeah.
then like I said, there's 3
Well,
bolts.
they've probably
that hold
got
them in,
a
so.
mounting tab because this one's unless this is
That's
permanently
supposed to be
attached.
for the license plate.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's bolted onto the box or if it's permanently.
I
built
think
there.
it's part of the steel that's
and that's fine.
they just have the
if
little
it's just
slits
folded,
there to bolts through to bolt the plate. to.
which on a trailer is awesome that it's hard.
Yeah.
actually attached, and not just
yeah, so
one
I'll just
bolt.
whop off that fucking little tab there for the plate.
WAP mentioned.
Turn them vertical. Find out where to put the tabs for the bolt holes. Weld the tabs onto these boxes. Drill holes in them. Put the bolts in, and I should have 3 bolts on either side, holding them in. It's all factory bolt.
and these are just going to go
like
on
rib
the
nuts,
back,
basically.
in these back.
Yeah, you can
corners.
see the bolt holes there. There's
Yeah.
one there, and then one down lower, like way at the bottom. Yep.
Yeah, so you might just have to make a plate that connects some bends in holes
Yeah.
to those.
Yeah. So either I can go single tabs to each of those bolt holes, or I can just do a whole
yeah,
know,
put a
plate
whole
off the
strip,
backside
plate,
to-
whatever.
yeah, so-
And yeah, they'll just mount basically in here. How big is this opening? Did you measure this? Or no?
It's bigger than the taillights are.
Okay, so
I made
oh,
sure
good.
of that.
It's probably about the size of this indent.
yeah,
then.
just about. And then it should also be just about. I have it. The problem is I cut off so much. Like I said, it used to be a rectangle shape. I cut off at an angle the bottom corner.
Yeah.
So I needed a smaller tail light, and
Right.
I actually dremeled and angle grinded my factory tail light to see how it would look, and it looks okay, but I already they're plastic anyway. So and where they bolt to was already broken. Like I just had a shitty
Yeah.
junk pair of taillights sitting around.
It was
anyway.
worth just cutting
So I
up to
cut them
see.
open to see how they look, and it looks okay. And I have one extra set of taillights, but I'm gonna try these, and if I can make them work, I will.
It's like
So-
if for some reason this set doesn't work, you can always just or if the aftermarket set doesn't work, you can just throw something in there and it'll be good enough.
Which
for-
realistically, I don't even really need them because it's just a trail rig, and
Yeah.
I still have a third brake light that works.
Yeah.
Um,
So for the most part, it really doesn't matter, but it'll just be nice to have something,
yeah, I
especially something that if it goes wrong, you can just order another set without even
Exactly.
thinking about it.
exactly, yeah, and for $40, they're perfect. I was thinking about there's aftermarket companies that make actual Cherokee replacements, but they don't follow this new angle that I made, so I'd have to chop them up and fuck them up all really bad anyway.
Yeah.
So I said, screw it, I'll just do this. Yeah, I got the passenger side done Tuesday maybe, and then I got the driver's side done today. And then it was also so nice out today that I decided to take my trailer and put it in my driveway, and I had to do some welding on it because the trailer license plate, it was a very thin sheet metal tab that came down, and the plate and license plate light bolted to it. Well, there was so much salt buildup, and it was such thin steel that it just rusted away, and then actually my plate disappeared.
Plate just fell right the fuck off.
So I had to get a new plate, and I welded these little 2 pieces of angle iron onto the frame. And now I just got to drill holes in that and then get a new license plate light that will be basically it'll follow the same bolt holes that the plate has.
Yeah, it'll basically mount the same way a plate does. It'll mount into there.
Yeah,
and
it'll be
light
those top
shining
2
down.
bolts, and it'll shine down. I'll just wire it into the wires. You can see the light hanging there now.
Yeah,
And then I should be done there. But yeah, I'm
nice.
hopefully gonna paint. I'm off work tomorrow again, which I was off all week this week, which kind of sucked because I was hoping to make money.
Sucks money wise.
Yeah, but should be able to wire wheel all the Jeep's wheel wells, get that all painted up, and be able to take the Jeep or be able to move it or at least put it back on its wheels.
So let me guess, you're using Herculiner spray paint.
Absolutely.
Ooh,
I have like
I knew
3
it.
cans already, so should be enough
I
to
didn't
get it
even
done.
have to ask, but I
Hey.
knew the answer anyway.
Don't fuck with it if it works fine.
It does work
Exactly.
pretty good.
Yeah, I love it.
Credit card. Let's go.
No, I'm sorry. I'm
Give
trying
me
to
it,
I'm trying to
please.
fucking order my chickens right now.
Chickens. Well, tell us about it. What chickens are you ordering?
So I'm ordering 9, I believe, Barrett Plymouth Rock females because I can't have roosters in Spring Valley.
Bitches.
Alice in Chains are in the distance.
Rock chicken.
And before hey, look, that's the hatchery I'm ordering them from too.
Oh, do you want me to go back or just one of the pictures?
No, just go to the picture.
Sorry, we're having a
I
moment
hope
over
you
here.
peeked out. And stopped.
Chicken. Chicken.
So you're ordering one of the or 9 of these guys.
I'm ordering
or these
9
ladies.
9.
These bitches.
That's
So-
dogs.
Excuse me?
9
ordering-
potential best friends.
I'm ordering 9 of them.
Okay.
A Polarum certificate, which I guess is for showing. I was like, man,
Interesting.
fuck it. I go to the sandwich fair every year to sell sheds. I can bring my
Bring
chickens
your-
with
bring
me.
your
one favorite chicken and be like, yep, this one.
You gives my dude.
this the main bitch.
This is my main bitch right here. Okay.
I
Hey,
hate
hold
all
on.
of you so much.
We're somewhat doing this live.
That's fine. You don't have to like talk through every like.
No, you're fine.
So
Hold on one second.
what's your credit card number?
Yeah, I was like,
Outline.
credit card number, the 3 numbers on the back.
Would you also like my social?
Yeah, I would love it.
Hey, look at that. I just ordered chickens. Yay.
Let's go.
Hey, I also need to know the zip code.
No.
Zip this hoss. Oh, Nick, you'll find this awesome.
Yeah.
So my parents' house, they've got a motion camera in the driveway or whatever.
Yep.
It's right next to our motion light that kind of lights up like the driveway near the back door.
Yes.
We have so many wild rabbits at the house.
It
They've
sets it
started
up
playing a
constantly.
game with the light.
No shit.
They'll run up the driveway until the light turns on, stop, like look at it, and then run back away. Apparently, I didn't verify this, but Mom said it. They set off the camera over 130 times the other night, running back
Just
and
the
forth,
other night.
running back and forth, turning the light on and
Christ
off.
almighty.
Because it'll light up for a minute or whatever and then turn off. Well,
Yeah.
they would wait till it turns off and then run back up and do it again. Apparently, they spent like the whole night just
Damn
like bouncing
kids.
back and forth.
Rabbits are easy to entertain.
They're just so goofy.
Yeah.
Like they would just run up, and, like jump and look at it, and then run back away.
That's funny.
So all night the camera was like going.
So
Cause
so your mom opened or had her phone notifications at like 100 some.
yeah, she leaves
in
her
the morning.
notifications on, so it was just ding, ding, ding all night with them just bouncing around in the driveway.
God.
It's so cool.
Yeah, then they just gotta like roll over and be like, oh yeah, the fucking garage lights on.
yeah. They're like, goddamn
Little
rabbits.
bastards. That's
Yeah,
funny.
so they love to play with the light. I figured that'd be pretty interesting.
I love that. That's great.
Wild
That's
ass
funny.
rabbits. Let's see. What did I do this week? Did I have anything?
Work on the
cool?
truck.
Well,
Yeah, my mic's
Did you work
on.
on the truck
you were
and
there.
trailer?
Oh yeah, you were there too. So we worked on the truck.
Yeah, I took
yeah.
a fat nap after our breakfast date.
Completely understandable.
Sorry.
So, for a quick recap,
I really wanted to help.
no, you didn't.
No,
Don't,
I
lie, don't you
did.
lie
That's
to
a
me.
fucking lie.
I did. I really wanted to help.
You
out.
missed Marcus pissing himself laughing about Dracula.
I
Flow.
almost
He
fucking
literally.
died.
It was the hardest I've
I
ever
was
seen him laugh.
crying,
It was
like
hilarious.
hunched over, face purple, no
it was,
air.
It was rough. It was.
It was
hilarious.
bad. It was good.
And you were like 2 minutes in.
yeah.
So for a quick recap, this is the fan I ended up ordering. It's a Volvo 850 front fan.
Yes.
850. Okay.
Yes.
Jeremy, my InRush
Jeremy.
tech who comes and helps me with stuff.
Yeah.
He's a big Volvo guy.
As you should
And so
be.
I was like,
should
oh,
be.
by the way, my buddy ordered a fan for a Volvo. I think it's a 490 or something like that. I
He
was
gave him some
completely
random
fucking
number.
wrong.
It's Volvo. That number is probably still accurate.
Yeah, and I showed him. I pulled up last week's.
Oh, with it in the shroud?
Yes, with
Yeah.
it in the shroud, and he's like, "Oh my god, wow, that actually works pretty good." And I'm like,
Oh my
well,
God, dude.
he made it work because it's a 3000 CFM
It's
fan. He's like, "Yeah, they're pretty great, aren't
Yeah,
they?"
it's a big ass fan.
Yeah.
So I ordered that, and I put it in the shroud last week. This week, that would have been Sunday. We got most of that done. Marcus came over after we had breakfast, came over to help me, and we got it all kind of mounted up essentially. So you can see, here's it in the engine bay. So we got the new power steering pump mounted up on the new bracket. I spent the morning cleaning that up. The belt tracks perfectly. Started the engine up. It ran good. Do you see the problem? There's still towels in the intake.
Oh,
We started the engine up with them in there.
It's fine.
Luckily, the air out of control valve's doing all the work.
Well,
Yeah.
that
But it's like-
and you don't have full gated
Yeah, they're
valves. They're butterflies, so
Yeah.
90% or 50% of it's blocked anyway.
yeah, unless I
in
would
the
have
middle.
opened the throttle, they wouldn't have gone anywhere. But it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, those are still in there, huh?
Nice.
But the belt track's super nice, so I got the right belt when I did it, so that
Oh,
turned
yeah.
out good.
Nice.
We got
So wait, you got the pump?
yeah, I bought it's a reman pump.
Oh, okay.
So the bracket I bought when we were in Michigan.
Yeah,
on the way
it
home
came
from the
with
trip,
one,
Came with
yeah.
a pump.
Oh, yeah, I remember you said you had to order it.
Yeah, I wanted
Yeah.
the bracket. I didn't care about the pump necessarily. It was
yeah,
nice to
it
have
came
it.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
it
could carry it as a spare, I guess, if needed.
It's a $12 core. The whole pump's like
Oh,
$50
well, fair.
bucks,
Okay,
and they're
fuck it.
available most places.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot. How many of
Yeah.
these trucks are on there are on the road.
Yeah, this is it's like the most generic power steering pump. It's a Saginaw pump. They're on everything.
Sick.
The problem is you need a custom puller to pull the pulley off, and you
Ah.
can't take it out of the bracket without pulling the pulley off.
Ah.
So if you look at it, of course, I don't know if I have a better picture of the pump. It doesn't. Not really. There we go. This is a better picture. Let me zoom in real quick so I don't sound. Let me zoom in, please. God, fucking hate trackpads. Just cooperate, please. Okay. This picture's blurry. Whatever. Anyway, there's a little like nub here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a like
kinda see
it's
it.
like a split clamshell. You have to slip over the ends of it and then thread a bolt in there to pull it on and press it on.
Huh.
Yeah,
It's
it took
so
me like
weird.
10 minutes to like half-ass look at the pictures and be like, ah.
Yeah,
Yes.
like we're sitting there like which combination of bolts and
Yeah.
studs and parts, and I'm like,
Well, because it was two separate bolts you had to thread in there, and then
because there's a stud that goes
the
in the
like
center.
clamper part,
Yeah, the
a
clamshell.
split bearing, and then a washer, and so that was how you put it on.
Out of like the 5 pieces in the kit that all didn't fit,
Yeah.
so we're like, this
was
one,
a
no,
little
this
awkward.
one, no. But we got that rooted. That worked good. The fan mounted up. We got it just bolted through the radiator shroud essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Can't see anything good from the. I don't know why this one picture loads so slow. Whatever. So and then in the radiator hose on the upper side, so the company I ordered all the relay controls from is Ray's Auto. It's the factory Volvo style relay and harness. This stuff works awesome. Like the problem with it was the connectors are so goddamn tight.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we were worried we were gonna break the relay in half trying to tighten it.
So first, because the holes to mount the radiator shroud down at the bottom
God, those
were
sucked.
Brian was just kind of gave up with it. So I was like, give me the bent pliers and let me fuck with it for
'Cause
2
it's-
minutes. And 2 minutes later, I had both bolts in there.
It's the bottom of the radiator, and then like
The
half
cross
of an inch
member.
below it's the cross member. So you can't
Oh,
get to it
yeah.
from the front or the back. You have to like reach underneath it and like barely move it.
Love that.
So
we
I'm
had
down
to
in there
teamwork
trying to get
that.
that all plugged in. Can you zoom in anymore?
Yeah, I can on like the plugs.
Yeah. So we already
They
had
look fun.
the left side gray plug in.
So the
and
big
I
plug
go,
connects right to the fan.
Yeah, you
Yes.
should have done the middle one first.
Yeah,
We
well,
figured
I
that
went to
out.
go put that one in. When it is all loose and that middle plug is out, you can't push that plug up into it whatsoever.
It is.
You have to
so
rotate it to the
unbelievably
side,
tight.
get it past the two white plastic sides, and then force it in there and then push it up. I put a pair of pliers on there to snap it together.
Because they're all reman plugs essentially, so the tolerances kind of stacked up weird.
Yeah.
It's like it was unbelievably tight trying to get it in there.
Sick.
But the factory plug from the fan fits right in there, so I didn't have to cut that off or anything. I just need to run the main power wire technically to a relay, then to the battery. So when I hit the key, it'll turn on and off instead of it'll just, if I run it straight to the battery, it'll just cool the truck until whether it's on or off. And I don't want to do that with a 30 amp fan because
you will kill the battery pretty fast.
Yeah, it's only a 95 amp alternator and it's already kind of crunchy, so probably not ideal.
Understandable.
So I got that, and then on this other picture, you can see the thermostat, which is mounted up in this upper hose.
Yeah.
I need to replace these clamps. I don't think they're going to be good enough.
They were shit clamps.
They were the cheapest clamps you can throw in a kit, but
Sick.
there's essentially a temp sensor on the bottom of this that's impossible to see because I take bad pictures. You can see it. Oh, this is the picture that doesn't zoom for some reason. Cool. There's a little brass plug on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
It's technically a BMW OEM, like 185, 195 degree sensor. So it has a low and high speed circuit built into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All the wires are pre-terminated. They fit together super nice. Like I could not be more happy with this.
Oh
kit.
yeah, nice protective coating over all of them too,
Yeah.
like automotive grade rubber. You know, they're not going to get eaten up by heat, oil, other chemicals, shit like that.
No, the kit was super nice. I
Yeah.
could not be happier with it. Everything went together other than the plugs were
Yeah,
tight. It
that
went
would be
together.
my only thing is put a bit of clearance in the plastic molding, injection
Yeah.
molding in there.
And I don't know where those plugs come from.
China.
Yeah, but no, it went together really nice. The relay's all mounted on the fan shroud. We went to mount the power steering cooler down here at the bottom. You can see these little L brackets.
Yeah.
The first set of holes pointed it straight into this coolant line.
Love
So I
that.
literally we're down there holding up. It's like, ah, fuck. It's just
yeah, you got like a horizontal one, right?
yeah. It's just a tube. It's a tube in and a tube back with fins on it.
Yep.
So it's gonna mount it there, and then it was gonna hit that. So there's another hole drilled next to it to kind of tilt it just a little bit.
Gotcha.
But no, that all seems to work pretty good. Was there anything else of excitement that we got done? I don't think so. I talked to Dave about the steering.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Still
have
on
it
the
off
truck.
yet.
Of course.
Yep.
So
Figured as much. Oh well, he's not in the Patreon chat, so I
Yeah.
don't talk to him anymore.
Yeah.
Essentially.
I was talking to him, and he's like, I can have it off whenever you need it. I'm like, well, I'm basically ready for it. He's like, okay, when do you want it? I'm like, next
This week-
weekend.
Yeah, I'll say
Now.
Like as in this weekend.
Yes, as in this upcoming weekend. Because that was Saturday.
Okay.
And he was like, okay, we can make that work. So I don't know if he's expecting me to come down there and help him take it off or if he's going to have it off. I'm going to assume the first where he wants some help, probably.
Yeah, possibly.
I'll show up and be like, I was going to get to it, but, you just want to.
Well, yeah, with you knowing kind of about it and him having done it, I'm sure both of you could
It'll
have it
take
off in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I already know what size the bolts are because I just took them out.
Yeah, right.
And I have them. I'll just take the impact with that socket, reach there, zip, 3 bolts,
Right.
pop the steering collar off. Like, it should
Make
go
sure he has a
pretty quick.
oil pan for all the lines and shit. Be like, okay, here you go. Like,
The line, well, other than the ones from the power steering pump to the box, those
Yeah.
leak. But
Yeah.
he'll be like, fuck it, leave it on the ground. I don't care.
Nah. Well, apparently it's in the shop now, or I
Well,
was told. I don't
yeah.
know. Who knows?
We'll see. But
But
I'm gonna text him Saturday and just kind of see what his plans are, if he's gonna have it off or if I need to help him or whatever. But
yeah.
so in theory, Saturday night or Sunday morning, depending if I have to help or not, I can have my new box and the RAM.
Mm-hmm.
And then Friday, my parts and rough stuff are showing up. So I'll have my steering linkage kit, which essentially is just this guy
Yeah.
2 bars with
with
ball ends on
with
it.
a bunch of tie rod ends.
Just like me. For
They're
a
not
pro.
they're not cut to length yet, so I'll have to make them myself. But that's
Meh.
stupid easy. I don't know if I'm going to bend my lower around the diff, but we'll see.
I
But
think you are, but just very
it'll
slightly.
be fine.
It's either going to be very close or it's
it'll
going to
definitely hit.
it's going to be like a 3-degree bend you're going to have to
I'll
put
just
into
turn less. It's fine. It already steers like a fucking boat.
I was saying my steering on my Jeep is absolutely terrible. Like I'm more excited about like proper steering on my 1-ton setup
of
than I
getting to-
am actually being on tons.
Of getting to design it properly and it
Yeah.
actually work.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So all my stuff should be steering will be here Friday. I've already got the diff cover, so I can get that mounted up. I can get that stuff from him Saturday or Sunday. I should have all the parts I need to finish the truck
Sweet.
in theory. So Has anyone in the group chat mentioned the run yet? Like,
No, I was going to
Okay.
this week. I probably should like tomorrow and be like, give me a heads up. I need to start getting a heads up on
because normally by now we're already like booking
yeah.
the.
I told them probably the second week of December, so we're right on
Okay,
schedule.
that's fine. If
So,
you want to like Monday or whatever.
yeah.
kinda
I'll
get
probably could
everybody-
after this. I'll just say, hey, rough guess right now, and then I'll probably make a post in the Trail Riders page on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
And just be like, hey, in case anybody didn't see it in the Patreon chat, because like Dave and a bunch of people fucking left, or nobody reads it anyway.
Right.
So I'll just say,
not,
hey,
they'll-
if
Yeah.
anybody's looking, or like Jessica will see it, so she'll be like, yeah, Steve's staying there. 'cause
It'll be-
fuck him.
it'll
Fuck
be like
his
the
stinky
post
ass.
from a couple weeks ago, and Steve's like, "Yeah, just tag my wife because then I'll definitely see it."
Exactly.
She got tagged like 30 times and had no idea what
It was
they were
all
talking
about
M37
M37
Dodge
Dodge,
axles.
Yeah.
Oh, for a minute there, I thought we were talking about firearms.
No.
And she's like, "Why does everyone keep tagging me?"
Yeah, and I think Steve kind of forgot too, because he's like, "Oh yeah,
He's like, "Oh yeah, I told him to do that, huh?"
yeah." There was probably like at least 4 or 5 people who were posting or tagging her in it and shit.
like
Yeah.
nearly spamming them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
She's
think
just
we're-
like, "I'm happy to be involved."
Well, that's nice. Good for
Wholesome.
her.
yeah,
Wholesome.
wholesome stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Other than
Let's say I
that-
figured you were planning for that by now.
Um,
So I thought
well-
it
You
would've-
would
thought it
think
would've been
so.
yes
booked.
and no, because also
Did you learn anything from the main trip? Andy don't plan worse shit.
well, no, this is like it's the same day every
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Like it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
It's the,
the
same
problem
day
is
in the same cabin.
well, the problem is Crawler Off Road is doing their own.
I saw that.
Oh.
January 1st wheeling trip. It's up in Michigan because that's
Right.
where they're based out of.
Yeah.
They had 15 spots available. I think it was, I don't. It was some amount of money to buy a tickets for it or whatever.
Right.
And then yeah, it's January 1st. There, 15 spots available. I'm assuming not including all of their, like, the 2 owners and then all
Right.
their friends as well. So
Yeah, I'm
probably
sure there are-
20 rigs total, maybe.
2025
Um,
somewhere in that. Number.
I don't know who is all going to that or not. So I'm
Right.
assuming me saying, "Hey, who's all coming to Badlands for Hangover Run?" I might find out some
Get
people
something.
are and aren't.
Get something kind of kick-started and figure out what's exactly.
Yeah,
going
I'm assuming
on.
I'll kind of find out. I'm assuming there will be less people than last year
Right.
going to Hangover Run this year. But
Yeah.
oh well.
Yeah, and it changes every year. Like every year's a little bit different with how many people show up
Yeah.
and whatever else.
Yeah.
Like last year, Mike showed up but didn't drive. This year, if he shows up, he might drive. You know, it's like
Yeah,
stuff like
he has
that.
a truck this year, so I would assume so. He'll probably just drive down.
Yeah, it's not that far for him really.
Yeah, 25 or 30 minutes.
So we gotta
I
get
think.
Mike to break his shit.
Yeah,
Then he'll buy a Toyota since he's a big Toyota mechanic.
absolutely.
Toyota.
Actually, I think he'll never buy a Toyota because he's a Toyota mechanic.
That as well.
Yeah.
Just have him buy a Hilux.
Ugh,
Oh,
can't. I wish.
yeah.
They don't die.
No,
But
they do.
As far as Hangover Run goes, I was told through email the part I ordered over a week ago is not going to be done before Hangover Run.
like the one
And,
part.
and
that you-
what part was this?
So it is a adapter ring. Basically, I have the fuel cell actually already. I was gonna make my own brackets, so that's no big deal. I was gonna order them. I decided against
Your
it just 'cause-
brackets for
to
holding
hold
the tank
the
down?
fuel cell
Okay.
down. Yes.
Yeah.
This was a adapter
Oh,
ring.
I remember
that
us talking about
sandwiches or it bolts to. You basically cut a hole in the fuel cell. You bolt this into it.
Yes.
And it has a rubber seal as well.
and you can use the
then
exact factory pump
there's a
mounting.
factory plastic nut that holds the fuel cell into this.
Gotcha.
And then you can literally swap a fuel pump in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I undo my AN quick connect fitting, undo the wiring, undo the nut, pull the pump out, put
So,
a new pump in.
2 gas
reverse it.
plugs, an electrical, and 1 plastic
One
nut.
gas
And
line,
one big ring,
Yeah,
yeah.
or I guess the
Nice.
vent.
2 gas lines.
Yeah, the vent
You have
line,
a
yeah.
pressure and return.
But right now you have to unbolt a plate and then reach in there and not.
Yeah,
lose
this is
bolt.
the way I
Yeah.
have it is absolutely terrible, which is why I was hoping to get this done. Which they decided to wait over a week to tell me that, hey, we are not starting production until 3 weeks from now. I'm like, so I'm assuming you mean after the first of the
So
year.
can you put a fucking rush on it?
Well, I emailed them. I'm like, hey, I want to know for sure if you are going to be
Have this
starting
part.
production before the first or not.
Yeah, like I need this
And
for the end
that
of
was-
the year.
I've waited 2 days now and they have not replied to me. So I'm
So-
like, very cool. I was gonna call them today and I didn't. I'm gonna put a reminder right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do we 3D print one or machine one out of aluminum? Because we could do both of these things.
You could machine that out of aluminum.
Spin it up on a
fucking
lathe, have
quick.
Jim cut threads. It'd probably still be $300, but it'd be way cooler.
True.
Yeah.
I could definitely get it before
You could-
whatchamacallit.
Yeah, Jim's probably not busy. It'd probably be expensive.
We'll just cast it. We'll just cast it out of aluminum.
But yeah,
we cast out of acrylic,
I need to call them
burn it out.
and figure out what is up with them.
So what we'll do is we'll cut the top off of a stock XJ tank, glue it down to your fuel cell.
Well, it's basically like the plastic one I have now.
Well,
it's,
now
it's
wait
a matter
a minute.
of getting
is
it all
Is a
figured
stock
out.
XJ tank aluminum?
No, it's
Is it
plastic.
metal?
It's
Oh.
plastic, but the
Yeah.
threads on this
Damn.
are this like that's
yeah,
that's
they're the same.
It's the same.
but they're
Yeah.
made out of metal. Damn.
yeah, this one being in a
Just
metal tank
JB
would
will
be
the
really
fuck
nice.
out of it. It'll be fine. Just use marine grade
I,
stuff.
I tried to do that with my old plastic tank before I bought any of this shit,
and it just failed.
well, it sucks because you have to take off. There's the fuel pump hole and then the filler neck hole. You have to take off the filler neck hole to get your arm down in it to assemble the fuel pump essentially, because you have to do the bottom ring with nuts on it. You have to hold them. Then you have to put the pump in. Then you have to put the top ring and bolts
What the
in.
fuck?
You're
And
made-
then you sandwich it together. You know, you tighten them all down and sandwich it all together.
You're made
and
to
then
do it exactly one time before there's ever gas in it.
Jesus.
So yeah, I get to redo that again,
And I
and then
was
I get
gonna-
to also tear it all apart to get the fuel pump
I
back
was
out of
gonna
it
s-
before I put this in. Like
was gonna-
after I build my new metal tank.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say Chevy fuel tanks are a pain in the ass to pull apart.
Well, this is a fuel cell, and it was never meant.
Well, but
it's- yeah.
like
But-
I can't tell you how many times I used to pull a full 15-gallon fuel tank down by myself out of the Blazer and swap the fucking fuel.
Well, right
pump
now
out of
the
it.
fuel cell's empty.
How big is that fuel cell?
This one right now, I think it's 19. The new one I have,
fuck,
the new
that's
steel
pretty
one is
big.
15. Yeah.
Yeah. But the idea is that this adapter is supposed to make it painless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
the fact that they won't give him the adapter.
yeah, they
is the
decided to
problem.
wait over a week to tell me it's out of stock. Which if they would have told me that same day, I would have been on there and be like, "Hey, find me a distributor that has them on the shelf, or try to find this."
Did you try calling Complete again? Or
No,
not yet?
I haven't talked to them
I'd
yet.
probably call them again.
I
be like,
will, just to be like, "Hey, this is my situation. I can cancel my order and get my money
Yeah.
back."
Hey,
and,
they're out of stock. Do you guys know anyone, or can you find anyone that has it on the shelf in
Yeah.
front of them?
yeah, find me a similar off-road shop that carries a ton of Gen Right things on the shelf.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Or they might know.
You
somebody-
guys are a manufacturer. You guys know all your distributors. I need this now.
Yeah, they might know someone who bought it and is like, I'm not going to use it anymore.
Yeah,
you know? They know a
hopefully.
lot of people, so
Hopefully.
Interesting.
I was tempted. Gen Right had a live video thing on their Facebook. I was tempted to go in there and be like,
where
"Where the fuck are my parts, you assholes?"
quit filming live videos, start making my parts.
Dude, they are all about
Get
live
back to
videos and shit.
fucking
They also
work.
have like a sponsored race team that did Baja 1000 and shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So like, I get it, but at the same time, it's like, dude, I need one part from you guys.
Like, you're
and
a
I'm-
part
yeah,
of
and I
it.
never
And
have to care about you guys. again.
How long do you honestly think it takes them to make one of those?
Not long.
20
Yeah.
minutes?
I'm assuming it's
It's just a
probably
matter.
less
It's just a
than
matter
that,
of
but-
priority, which
yeah,
is why I
it's all set
emailed
up
them
in a
like,
fucking
if you
jig.
guys do get it done, like I will pay for rushed shipping. Like,
Yeah.
there's one full work week between now and Christmas, and then there's also like the 3 days in between Christmas and fucking New Year's. Like, if you just so happen to get it done, if you could ship it to me, I can put this in the tank the night before.
Yeah.
Literally drop my tank in or drop my pump in, connect it, and be done. But I don't know.
Yeah, it makes life literally painless, except when they don't have it.
Call
Yeah,
and bitch.
Well, that's what I'm.
They still have
probably
to
gonna do
make
tomorrow.
them though. Like, it's not calling them doesn't do any good, really. You know.
Yeah.
You can be like, hey, like call them like, are you gonna do it? No. Okay, send me my money right the fuck now so I can order a new one, because I don't have fucking 2 weeks to wait for my refund to come through.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna fucking
'Cause they'll
kick
take-
myself in the balls and put my pump in the old cell, and it's gonna suck dick.
Do it
but
for the one more trip and then try
I
something
really,
later.
it really sucks. The whole reason I did this was I'd never have to worry about this pump. Also, I was gonna say, the person who I originally bought this cell from, it had a pump in it too. The cell was put together with Gorilla Glue.
Hell yeah.
Like the top ring,
What a
the pump,
dude.
and then the bottom thing, they were all set together with Gorilla
Like the
Glue.
expanding shit?
Yes.
Okay, but
Like-
did it leak?
Enough to where I wanted to reseal it, yes.
Damn.
But it worked for them, yes. When I got it, I looked at it, I'm like, well, it's already kind of has some, like, you can kind of see where it, like, seeped out a little bit. I'm like, it's not going to hurt to, like, take this apart and redo it. So
And then you fucked it up more.
well, no, I took it all apart, grinded off every ounce of this fucking Gorilla Glue, used actual gasoline-safe silicone, which is, it's a silicone that never actually hardens. It just stays pliable, which is, all you need is a space filler in order for gasoline not to get out.
It's essentially an active sealant. It
Yeah.
constantly
It's
is.
it's a wet O-ring.
pretty much.
You're a wet ring.
But yeah, so I get to fucking redo that. I get to buy another $25 of fucking silicone to do this.
Hell
wait.
yeah.
I'm sure that shit is not cheap.
It's $25 a tube, and it's only the fucking
Oh, the minis.
yeah, the 12-ounce tube.
Yeah.
or whatever.
Ugh,
Yeah, it's
fuck.
not much.
Yeah.
Jesus
fuck.
Christ, you can buy a tube of 100% silicone for what, $3?
Probably. but
Well,
it's
this is
not the same.
gasoline specific.
I know.
Permatex.
Well, yeah, but
Yada
damn.
yada.
Yeah.
This will be the third tube of this shit I bought. The first one, I did it in one tube the first time. The second tube I bought was this last time I tried to put it together. I said, fuck this. I'm buying a brand new cell and doing it right. Well, doing it right means I'd have to wait till after the first of the year. So,
Yeah.
or I could con Josh
There's no way.
Anderson out of his tank because he has this exact tank with this ring on it.
Is he not going to wheel it all that
That's
weekend?
I was gonna ask him, be like, can you literally unbolt
I
your
borrow-
tank, take out your pump? I can put my pump in and do all my shit. I just need to borrow your pump.
But Josh
for
is
a
like the
day.
nicest guy ever.
I know. I don't want to take it.
And like he would probably.
he probably would if I really needed to. Like if this was like Ultimate Adventure or something, like bro, he absolutely would. But it's like,
Yeah.
dude, it's Hangover Run.
Yeah, it's like
Nobody gives a shit.
like he's so nice he probably would, but he'd be like, God damn, I don't
it's
want
like
to
mother.
do this.
Yeah, like really, what the fuck?
You're like, why don't you just take my Jeep instead? You're like, yes, can I do that, please?
Absolutely.
He's like, wait, no, stop. I've seen how
Oh.
you drive.
Yeah, right. I know. I would feel way too. I would not drive it because every branch I like nudge, I'd be like, oh, there's a new scratch.
The
He's gonna hate
paint.
me.
You just like detail it over the weekend. You're
Oh
like,
yeah, I'd literally have to
hey.
come back, like bring it back all the way to my house and
Just-
buff it, then bring it back to
Fuck
30
that.
minutes
Just
away from
clear
Badlands.
wrap it.
Oh,
It's so pretty.
it is. Yeah, it's so nice.
It's always in such a nice shape.
Mm-hmm.
Good for that.
Yeah, but yeah, so I'm waiting on parts / not getting them
Parts
in
that
time.
don't
and-
exist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, we love to see it.
yeah.
Fun stuff.
Cool. That's probably about enough for today. You guys say?
Yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
else to
Good
throw in there?
topics.
Yeah, not too shabby.
Boot up the
got into it.
Count Dracula. or
Dracula
whatever.
flow.
Dracula flow. Awesome. We'll pull that up. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.